If you've seen any SpongeBob stuff on YouTube recently, besides this like one awesome guy that I know, you've probably seen a video with this style of thumbnail. For some reason, SpongeBob theories are incredibly popular. Well, why? I don't really understand the surge of these videos, so I thought it'd be fun to look into the rise of these and what they achieve. It also helps that these videos happen to get insane levels of views, so hopefully I can skim some money off this bandwagon before it dies down. This is a scary time. Basically, SpongeBob theories during this time were mainly relegated to generic ideas. You have the classic 7 deadly sins theory alongside other ideas, like the drugs theory, World War II theory, and more. These types are a lot more loose and can really be applied to any kind of media. More specifically, you get the usual SpongeBob suspects, like those relating to the Krabby Patty secret formula of it being crab meat, vegan, plant-based, or no ingredient at all, or the chum bucket supposedly using other fish. I think it's important to note as we progress, the theories surrounding the show rise and fall with SpongeBob's popularity. Right now, it's kind of the honeymoon phase. Other theories rise, such as the ever-popular Bikini Bottom nuclear bomb testing theory and more. I named this chapter after the Watch Mojo channel, and regardless of your opinion on them, I think their videos exemplify this time period the best. Now, it is important to note, some of the theories I'm selecting are from far later than the 2000s. I think they just exemplify the generality I'm aiming for. Basically, the theories are all really surface depth. Watch Mojo also didn't do anything, I just thought the alliteration of Watch Mojo War was funny. Before YouTube and social media became the juggernaut they are today, there weren't many major communities for the show. But Google Trends says that the term SpongeBob theory went crazy in 2012. What happened? Well, it's a bit hard to find an exact time, but somewhere around 2012, the infamous Red Mist creepypasta took the world by storm. Helped with the tidal wave of other theories, such as Ben drowned, people ate this stuff up. I did not, as the image of a bloodied Squidward genuinely terrified me as a kid. I might have had nightmares, cut me some slack, but after this, things mellow out for a bit. Then we hit the dark ages of the show. It varies between people, but generally includes seasons 6 through 8, or the first half of season 9. Instead of theories or creepypastas, now the main SpongeBob content was criticizing the show. Reviewers like the mysterious Mr. Enter hit their heyday here, and were often ruthless. The main online community of the show was now just dedicated to trashing it, sadly. Now we find ourselves in June of 2020, still doing the same old, same old. I surely hope no massive bombshell drops that completely dominates the YouTube scene for a while. Oh my. Okay, hear me out. While it isn't SpongeBob, I think Mish Cause's Super Mario 64 Iceberg deserves a lot of love and notice here. This great video fathered an entire set of video style, and would indirectly lead to SpongeBob stuff getting covered, namely with Cadency's Iceberg from around 2-ish years ago. Also, Cadency, if you see this, I saw you change the thumbnail. I know what you did. More icebergs would also get made, especially by this like one idiot who can't seem to get decent mic quality and doesn't know how to actually EQ properly. Icebergs led to more interest in the production of the show, and led people to searching for supposed lost media. Ideas such as cut scenes, like Squidward's snail transformation or Gary getting milked. It doesn't sound any better in context, by the way. More community is formed, but it's still relatively small in scope. There's a huge audience for SpongeBob, but less so to actually talk about it. Before we move on to the modern period, quote-unquote, I have to reference skin theory. Doug Woolever releases one video in 2019, an hour and 11 minutes of the most insane, unhinged theory ever. 9.8 million views. This is just a fever dream. He makes such a unique argument and backs it up and never uploads again. His comment reveals that this was just for fun and spent between 100 to 200 hours to make this project. No monetary concern or anything. This definitely helped to grow the future branches of SpongeBob theories and really kind of stretch the boundaries of what a SpongeBob theory could be. You know, it used to be basically limiting to interesting trivia or cut dialogue or scenes, but here, Doug pioneered something that we will see very soon. A narrative. The video, besides being bigger in scope than the other theories before it, has more of a progression to it. It felt way more structured, and the idea of characters wearing skin was so insane that this let the idea of what could be in a theory become way looser. Sure, SpongeBob very likely didn't have nihilistic tones to it, but if Doug can make a video on skin in SpongeBob, who's to say you can't explore your idea further? It also helps to show that Doug didn't do anything after this. He really came in here, dropped the elixir of modern day SpongeBob theories, and just left. What a man. "2020, year of the pandemic. Everyone is stuck at home, bored, out of their minds. Enter Karsten Rundquist. October 10th, he drops the video, How SpongeBob Explored Existential Nihilism, a fantastic video covering SB-129 and the possible interpretations of it. Only a mere 9 minutes, yet at the time of writing over 6.2 million views. This skyrockets SpongeBob theory stuff back into relevancy. It never left exactly, but now there is a good vantage point for discussions on the show. Note, Karsten did also have another insanely popular SpongeBob video just a few months earlier, but it was only just a pathetic 3.4 million views, you know, nothing to scoff at. I mean, come on dude. Anybody can reach that. This one focused on Squidville, and it still did very well. I just selected the other one because it is the poster boy for this style of video. As much as I would love to just blab on about these videos because I honestly love them, I've got a schedule to maintain. Yeah, about that. The third SpongeBob movie also released in 2020, to polarizing reviews to say the least. This spawned more talking points and also brought upon Camp Coral. Now, I'm of the belief that continuity doesn't really matter for SpongeBob, but Camp Coral made a lot of people not happy. You can find a good bunch of videos criticizing it, especially for the odd cameos and shoehorned idea of the camp itself. Secret to the Formula is still a fantastic song. I will die on this hill. Whew, man, 2020 was loaded, huh? Karsten Rundquist helped to facilitate more attention as well as more of the audience growing nostalgic for their childhood show. There's a lot more content and ideas now talking about that nostalgia, but I'm going to save that for a different video. Well, at least we can now finally get our deserved moment of calm. Now, if Karsten Rundquist skyrocketed discussions of SpongeBob and possible theories, Alex Bale broke the sound barrier for it. Mere months after the incredible SB-129 video, Alex Bale drops the nuclear blast of his Squidward theory. Instead of focusing on a philosophy or a narrative in the show, Alex constructs a solid base and explores a possible narrative. Now, how does that really differ from any other theory? Simple. One word. Presentation. Being a great small film creator, Alex had a style and understanding of what he thinks looks cool. The editing, voiceover, general quality, and more allowed his Squidward theory to dominate everything. With this massive hit, what does Alex Bale do? He starts to make more theories, explore even wilder concepts, and hit higher highs. And after 8 incredible videos, what does he do? He knows when to fold his cards and lets the theories rest. I'm not sure how much I can really cover without just doing a full exploration of the videos, which might be in the works, whoever knows. I think they are all great, and I am really happy with how many talking points got made from these. And I would have to be insane to not talk about the underlying aspects of these theories. Alex Bale makes a lot of horror and small films relating to it. Let's say you're Alex Bale right now. Stay with me. You have fun making great stuff, and eventually see your funny Squidward dating Squilliam video wins the lottery and now you are a household name. You probably don't want to just be known as the SpongeBob guy for your life, cause that's my thing. So what do? You combine both elements of your channel. Throughout the theories, we see an extra layer of a narrative of nearly cosmic horror. But what I like best about them is actually the interpretation of it being a meta-narrative. Alex Bale directly references his theories. The ones that generate a ton of views are given via an eldritch being. It makes it more fun trying to tell if the videos are made for the theory or are made to support the story of the muse. I know I'm not covering everything here, I just really like them. Take his Mrs. Puff theory for instance. He establishes an interesting question, follows up with evidence, and shows a progression to clearly highlight his theory. The video ramps up. It's not a SpongeBob is evil, here's 3 pieces of evidence type of video, it's a natural progression of the formula. I think another important aspect is the stylization. I mentioned presentation earlier, but I want to elaborate more on that. This video has good edits. The pacing is especially strong. Neville? The guy from iCarly? The pacing is especially strong, and you never feel bored watching it. Alex uses a fantastic mix of visuals and audio. It is a fun video to watch, and I think it establishes a really good atmosphere. It helps that he uses some of the background tracks from the show, and I have sympathy for him because I also tried this on my Atlantis SquarePants video earlier, and that's why like a minute in I had to mute an entire segment of the voiceover. Sorry, I'm still a bit bitter at that. It's just an interesting concept executed very well. I don't believe in any kind of SpongeBob continuity, as I said, but even I found the points Alex Bale made to be really good and interesting. He got the science of a SpongeBob theory down well, and I haven't even really scratched the actual ARG here he has. Alright, you have the necessary context to fully grasp the deep intricacies of the SpongeBob theory world. But I want to ask you, why? Why do people make theories on SpongeBob? Or just in general? What makes them so appealing and so profitable? I find that the theories are used as a stepping stone just to talk about the show and why people love it. SpongeBob is the modern day Simpsons for this current generation. Kids don't want SpongeBob nowadays. They watch YouTube, and that's fine. But what about those early 2000s kids? It's nostalgic, and it helps that the original seasons have such a legendary quality to them. Cable is thankfully dying, so SpongeBob really has to be carried on by the fans, and so of course people are going to want to talk about it. For example, look at all the various icebergs or SpongeBob criticism and commentaries. People like talking about the sponge, and in my opinion it also has more depth than people give it credit for. SpongeBob theories, to me, serve as a beacon or a hub for others. Take stuff like fan art or previously mentioned creepypastas or even lost media hunts. This kind of stuff generates attention and a lot of entertainment, and that's what the theories are all about by the end, at least to me. Yeah, it's cool to notice these details, analyze the philosophy of the show, but I find in the end it comes down to being entertaining. It's about the spectacle and the viewer connection. Does it truly matter if Patrick is secretly a genius? Probably not, but will we ever find out the secret formula? Also probably no, but it's fun to see different styles of thinking and the lengths people will go to explore a story about a square sponge under the sea who works as a fry cook. Like, we have such awesome concepts such as analyzing the tropes and potential story beats of the show, emotions, entire videos dedicated on the music, namely how some tracks are unnerving, talking about you credits theme, and super minor character traits. The one common line through every example I've brought up in the entire video is that they are all fun and entertaining. What, you're gonna tell me skin theory isn't hilarious? And that's the answer. Researching and watching theories for this video, I guess I was expecting something with more depth. It feels casual and a bit surface level just to say that they're fun, but I honestly do think that's the underlying element. I'd love to hear your guys' take on this. What do you look for in a theory? It doesn't even have to be related to SpongeBob. Just wondering. Alright, I think I've wrung as many minutes as I can out of this video, so I've been B-Tan. Thanks for watching.